Look, I mean, if what we're reading in the papers is correct, if what we heard from Jeremy Hunt yesterday is correct, you're getting what you wanted, aren't you? You're getting a reversal, basically an entire reversal on the mini-budget, and with the prospect of actually tax rises coming in as well.
Well, good morning. Look, I don't think anyone right now can say they're getting what they want. I mean, look, the last 3 weeks have been a disgrace. No matter how you voted, you deserve a lot better than this. And frankly, look, this is not about what Tory MPs are plotting to do or who's taking over certain jobs in the government. It is about the fact that the damage has been done. Mortgages are now higher than they would have been were it not for this mini-budget. Business investment will be lower, as we're saying today with this story from the IMF figures, because of what the government have done. The government's borrowing costs are higher because of what the government has done, with consequences for everyone. So no, I can't be happy with any of this. I think, yes, the mini-budget was clearly the start of this. The cost of government borrowing spiked by an incredible amount in the 3 trading days after those announcements were made. But the fact is the damage has now been done, and I honestly cannot see how any Conservative turns this round. Of course, as a Labour MP, I want a general election. You would expect me to say that. But political instability does feed into economic instability. So can they just simply change the Prime Minister every month without any regard for how this looks or for what this means? Surely the only logical way out of this situation is a general election. So yes, I'm pleased that some of the decisions will be turned around. But frankly, look, the damage has been done. And I think we do need that election as the only logical way forward.
Yes, but the damage can be undone, Carl. I mean, what Jeremy Hunt is proposing is I can't imagine is going to be popular with very many people in real terms who are looking forward to a tax reduction next April. But actually, this proper budget, as he's now calling it, on the 31st of October, could undo a lot of the damage, couldn't it?
Will mortgages be lower than they were? Will they go down from the average of 6% for a fixed rate right now? I don't think that is the case. Will the black hole that we think is in the government's finances, we honestly don't know, because we haven't had the proper forecast that we would expect for a budget like the mini-budget was. Do we know how that will be filled? Look, you can't simply, once you lose confidence, you can't just win it back as easily as you lost it. And this is what Conservative MPs have got to understand. There are real-world consequences for their incompetence, and they can't simply pretend that this hasn't happened or that somehow they aren't responsible for it. Look, what we need is a government that isn't committed to this ridiculous notion that if you do tax cuts for the well-off, that trickles down to everyone. We need one that respects institutions, doesn't sack civil servants who might disagree with them or disrespect the OBR, has a real plan. Look, what business needs is not the government getting out of the way. It's a partner with long-term policy, stability, so they can invest for the long term. No one would suggest that this is, what the Conservative Party is offering at the moment. And again, look, it's not about a change of Chancellor. Look, they can't simply reverse what they've done through something as straightforward as that. They can't simply get around the fact that the Bank of England and the government have been in completely different places for the last month. They've got to recognise what they have done requires the chance for a real fresh start, and that will require a general election.